Today, we are going to talk about what I call the 3 whys to getting to the heart of what somebody really wants. This is important when it comes to helping me as a realtor understand what a buyer or a seller really wants and desires in life. I try to ask them 3 questions, so keep watching. Hi, I'm Jamie, and I'm a realtor here in Colorado. Now, this channel, we talk about all things Colorado related. We talk about the food, the neighborhoods, the cities, and yes, we talk about real estate. If these are things that interest you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and if you like this video, hit the thumbs up as well. Now, I get calls from people every week asking me questions about what it's like living here in Colorado. Now, these people, they're thinking about moving to Colorado. And if that's you, go ahead and give me a call. Send me a text, send me an email, send up some smoke signals, whatever is easiest for you. But if you're doing smoke signals, no fires in our mountains. We've had a lot of burning and we don't want any more. But other than that, get a hold of me. I'd love to talk to you, and I'd love to answer any questions you might have about moving here to Colorado. Now, when I first started showing people houses and being a realtor, I got confused because people would tell me that they wanted something, and then I would go show that to them, and then they wouldn't like it. And I would come back thinking, wow, this is exactly what they told me they wanted, and they didn't like it. Why not? Well, I was reading a book, and to be honest, I can't remember which book it was. So this is not my idea. I'm not this smart. But it was talking about communication, and it was talking about listening to people in general. And this rule applies to all things, not just real estate. But it talked about 3 whys. And it said you need to ask people why 3 times, at least 3 times, before you can get to the heart of what they really want. And so I started to apply this within real estate, and it really transformed the way I understood the wants and desires of my clients. And this is how it works for me within real estate. Again, you can apply this to pretty much anything. But when somebody sits down with me, I ask them, what do you want? If they're looking to buy a house, they're going to say, I want a 2-story house with 5 bedrooms on a golf course. Great. I can put that in the MLS and I can search for that right now. But what I've learned is I need to dive a little deeper into those questions. So I will ask something like this. Why do you want to live on a golf course? Oh, because I just love the openness. I love the green grass and the space. Oh, so why do you love the openness? Well, I don't want to feel contained and trapped. Oh, well, why do you not want to feel trapped? Oh, well, that's because I want to feel like I'm farther away from my neighbors than I really am. Okay. Well, in that type of a scenario, then I'm actually drilling down and figuring out the root of why that person wants to live on a golf course. And why that's important to me is because if I would have just taken them at their word, I would have just shown them properties on a golf course. Instead, I now know that there's some properties that back up to open space and that maybe have different views and different angles, whether it's a corner lot or in a cul-de-sac, kind of in the back area. There's other properties that might give them exactly what they want. See, this is the problem that this individual that is telling me they want to live on a golf course is facing. The problem is they just have the experience of their buddy who also lives on a golf course, and they love going to their buddy's house because it gives them the feel that they want. And so they associate that with a golf course. The reality is The golf course doesn't have anything to do with it. It has to do with how the house is laid out in the back and the other houses, or the lack thereof in this case, that back up to this house as well. And I wouldn't have known that unless I would drill down and get to the heart of what people really want. Now, so what I'll do is I'll actually draw a kind of a cross on a piece of paper, and I'll write down exactly what they want on the left, and then I'll start asking why on the right, and I'll start writing those whys down, and I will find more often than not that the house we find for them doesn't match the left, but matches the right spot on. This is just something that I have used within real estate to really help me drill down and get to the heart of the question. And what's interesting to me, more than anything actually, is when I do this with people and we sit down and we'll have a great conversation. It's actually a lot of fun. I learn a lot about people going through this process. But when we do that, the people will walk away thinking, I didn't know that's actually what I wanted. But what I just did is I helped them process through their own wants and desires, and to ask questions that they may not have really been asking themselves. They just know they like the feeling of a house that they were at before and they want to replicate it, but they didn't really understand the why to it. This is helpful for people. Now, I hope these are things that will be helpful for you as well. Now, if this is you and you need help processing, you're thinking of buying a property and you don't really know what you want and need somebody to talk this through with, give me a call, send me a text, send up smoke signals, send me an email, whatever it takes. I'd love to sit down with you or talk to you over the phone and actually process these things for you so that when you buy a property, you're going to buy a property that you will be much happier with, and you will know why.